everybody, so I am back with my next video for the countdown to 40. I said I was going to do a short video. That announcement was to let you know how many videos to expect, but also to hold myself accountable. Side thing, that is just one of the things I have learned just through life. You know, holding yourself accountable is important, and sometimes the best way to do it is through small things, because that can just kind of reinvigorate that intention. So holding myself accountable, I'm doing another video today, so I'm back. So today I want to talk about the importance of asking for what you want. So quick story, recently, probably a couple months ago, I was out to brunch with some girlfriends, and you know, as you do at brunch, we were ordering some cocktails. And at this particular restaurant, there were two cocktails that were similar. So they're made similarly, but there's some distinct differences between the two. So if you order one, you're definitely not looking for the other, and vice versa. So I ordered one type of the cocktail, and then my friends ordered the other type. So when the waitress brought out our drinks, they all looked like mine. And so they were looking at them and they were like, this isn't right, because their cocktail was actually in a different glass and everything, like it looked different. So we're sitting there, and so the waitress comes, and my friend, one of my friends goes, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be extra, but this isn't the right drink. Can you give us this other drink? And she was like, oh yeah, sorry. So she took the drinks and remade them, brought them back. It was clearly a different drink. And so when she said that, after the waitress left initially, I tapped my friend and I was like, ma'am, don't apologize for asking for what you want. You ordered the drink you wanted. She brought you the wrong drink. So you're not being extra by saying, hey, no, this is not the right one. And she was like, you know, thank you, girl. I understand. I just don't want to be, you know, too difficult. And I'm like, I get it. You don't want to seem extra over the top, like you're trying to do too much, but you want what you want. And so in those settings, it's like being nice and trying to spare people's feelings, but doesn't always get you what you want. And what often happens is that people will disregard what you said because you'll accept what they gave you. So that's something that I have learned, and I am as a constant state of practice for me as someone who is you know, there are people that are not nice people, but I like really feel uncomfortable. I don't like confrontation. So I will always look for ways to not have confrontation. But as I've gotten older, and the level of dams, I'll keep this cleanish, the level of dams that I have to give about things that negatively affect me have dissipated to zero, I realize that it's not being confrontational to be clear about your standards and request and demand that people adhere to your standards, especially because those people who are uncomfortable making those requests are often the ones to go above and beyond to honor other people's standards. So we all have standards. You all have things you want a certain way. It is not extra to want things the way you want them. Now, if you are not prepared to clearly articulate to people what you want and you know, the things that you want, then you can't get annoyed when they don't understand. So it's not about people reading your mind and assuming that you want, you know, whatever you deem top tier, because everyone does not define top tier the same. Top tier treatment, top tier whatever, top tier access, whatever that means. You can't assume that people are going to just give you what you deem top tier, because everyone's definition is different. But if you are able to clearly articulate, so this is what I need to have happen here for me to feel like this was done successfully. And you do that and people still don't meet your standards as you requested, either in those situations you can remove yourself from the situation, from the environment, which is possible, especially in relationships, whether they be romantic, friendships, work, etc. Or you restate, you say, no, I'm not accepting this thing. I want the thing I asked for. Nothing wrong with that. And settling into that is not easy for those of us who don't like confrontation, who don't want to seem like we're doing too much or being too demanding, who just, you know, are just like being chill and just living life and functioning. But asking for what you want is not being too much. It's not being demanding. It's not being extra. It's being specific, articulating your standards, and expecting people to honor your request. Nothing wrong with that. So this is my second video, and I would love your thoughts. You know, what are maybe some aha moments that you've had where you felt like you were not being given what you expected, and someone either made you feel like you're doing too much, or someone just honored it and you realize that your words do have power because you're requesting things. So, you know, what like inspiration are you getting from this video, and what are some topics you might want me to talk about? I have a small list, but I'm open. I said my birthday is Sunday, so this is my second video in Countdown to 40. I will be back tomorrow with another one, and I look forward to chatting with you then. Bye.